Hello and welcome to another episode of Space Engineers. Oh man, last episode we captured this pirate outpost, and now we are going to turn it into a giant pile of scrap as we need the resources to build our own wonderful large rover. So we're going to start scrapping this thing down and get the initial plan for the rover figured out in this episode. Then most likely sometime this week I will do a stream where I'll just build the rover. I mean, it's just gonna be me running around grinding things and welding things for like 4 hours, so if you want to watch that, go ahead, but I'll just be there, you know, talking away as I do it. But here we are, a wonderful morning, and we are on top of the station here, and you may notice I've already taken some bits off. We've got access to the inside already, as I've sliced off some pieces. This is the assembler area, so I'm not going to slice that off yet. There is several batteries here, and that's important. I think there's a battery here that should be just about dead. No, depleted in 4 hours. It's only got a tiny bit of power remaining. I have been sucking all of the available power out of these things, and it has been wonderful. I have no idea what's in this section, but there's a few sections here that I'm going to leave attached for the meantime, as they do have important bits in them. I think this is the large cargo port here. If I take this turret off, oh my. Wait, I think I can deposit right through the turret's bit here. I can deposit through the Gatling turret thing. So I can take the turret off, as I don't think we're going to have any enemies come and attack us. Pick that up, and yeah, we've got a cargo container here. Then I believe the large cargo container is right below that. So, plenty of stuff to do. However, there are some sections that are not needed, such as this section. And if I spectate through it, you can see that it is just a battery, which I have drained and then sliced down so it didn't get any charge back from anything. And then just a resource drop-off point. But other than that, there's nothing in here. These are all just conveyors. There's no cargo containers. There's no interesting pieces. It's just a pile of conveyors and such. These cargo containers just have ammo in them. As such, we can take this whole thing off. So if I aim myself and I do... Which one is it? Does this work? This works. Aha! It takes a second for it to realize it's not connected anymore. But I can slice that piece off the base, and now you are prime for salvage on the ground. Much easier when you don't have to worry about falling off to your death. Well, not death. Yeah, if I jump off here, I won't die. I'll maybe take about 40-50% health. But at least now I don't have to break my shins every single time I slip off this thing and hurt myself. We got Lariel parked up here. You've got a nice little staircase that I fashioned out of one of the legs so that I can get up and down. And now, you just gotta go over and slice down the bits and take them away, put them into salvage, and get them repurposed. But this is primarily what I'm going to be doing during the stream, as just me sitting here grinding away at stuff is utterly boring. And so I don't want to expose you guys to it for too long. I'll just get this door down and then we'll go. I have an idea of what I want to do for my giant rover in terms of overall proportions of it. Now, I'm not sure if I will get it all figured out, as in I don't believe I'm going to have a finished rover design this episode or even after that live stream. We want some of that plate. We'll take the 10 plate I had there, and then we'll just take a few hundred plate. That should be good. Then I have My water, please. Oh, I can't transfer that from that small container. Oh. Oh, too bad. I'll have to go back over there and get it, because I need my water. But I'm not going to get everything done, because I think it would be more interesting is if the rover sort of just grew naturally as I was going along. And instead of it being that I have this end-all be-all design, I build that and then I can't adapt. I'm just going to build a platform for myself, get some wheels on it, get some batteries on it so that I can charge it. And then just the bare essentials, just some gas containers, an engine, an H2O2, a place to park the Bison, and then realistically, I'm good to go. Like, I even don't need all of that if my Bison is plugged in, because I could just use the Bison permanently turned on with its hydrogen engine running to fuel the thing. Although a single small grid hydrogen engine probably won't make a massive amount of charge, it'll at least be something. Okay, so now I need to place out some scaffolding. I think I'm going to build it right around here. To place large wheels, specifically the 5x5, we're going to have, what, wheels left and right. If you want to place a 5x5, you have to have it so that the bottom of it has like at least 2 or 3 blocks of clearance, I believe. So this is half a block of clearance. So let's go 1, 2. If I place that, okay, yeah, so that is enough so that the tires will place. I don't want to go too tall because I still need to be able to reach the bottom here and weld it up. And I don't want to have to lift this thing afterwards. Now, I did see a lot of the comments saying I should just basically cut the legs off this base and drive this base around, but that would be silly because how the hell would I maneuver some of these mountains with this base? God, people, you're weird. So at least here we need to be 1, 2. So that's going to be the base height. So if I go from there and go out, and we'll just go out like, I don't know, 10 or so, 10 or 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just another few. Good. And we can head up onto that. And this is going to be where I will start to branch out from here. Now, can I get to place something on the edge there? That is very difficult. It is so much easier in Minecraft. Too bad this isn't like Minecraft where you can like hold shift and then place a block on the edge. That would make life much easier. And without jetpack for me to be able to do this, this is very annoying. I'm thinking 5 wide. So let me just drop off from here. It's gonna break my shins a little bit, but that's okay. So 1, 2, 3 that way. Then 2 more back this way. So that'll be the main body between the wheels. So if I get a little bit more on here, we'll make the thing face towards this as I'm building it. I'm going to have a ramp on the back of it that'll come down and extend. So I want to be able to build that while it's still attached. And so I can't build it while that's there. So this will be the very, very front of it. So I'm going to need and this side is going to be a left. So we're going to 5x5 left. And we want to ensure it's got the right orientation. That means the yellow part of it is on the top, just like so. And that should do it correctly. Excellent. And then in between these 5x5 wheels, we want 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the next wheel. And that should be enough space that the wheels just fit. And there's just a block of space between them. Because it's, where there are 5 blocks across, it's 2.5 blocks and 2.5 blocks. Something like that to the center of these. And it just works out so that they are essentially in this half here, and they've just got a block between them along that center line of these blocks. So that is perfect. So many blocks are going to need to be built up. So that's going to be the front bit. No, that block might be in the wrong spot. I don't know yet. I'll have to build some scaffolding for me to be able to get up there and work on these. So I'm thinking an 8-wheel design. I was looking at some 6 wheels and experimenting with them, but I'm not sure if I'm going to have enough oomph there, essentially. Enough wheel power to be able to hold it. So if 4 blocks in between is perfect for that set, I'm thinking we're going to want something more like 7 or 8 in between these two. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is right there. So this would be 8 right here. So then again, another left wheel there. Then another 1, 2, 3, 4. Another quad so we can put the wheel on. There. The wheel cannot be placed because the ground here is a little bit higher. I'll have to we'll have to dig out the ground here a little bit in order to get this wheel to be placed. The annoying bits of not having a jetpack. I can't do this way up in the air because I can't fly to myself up to it. So I gotta do it right against the ground where I can still access it. Can I saw you off? Yes, I can. Excellent. And place. Hey, wheel was placed. Alright, let's take a look at that from a distance. Okay. So that gives us this nice even symmetry section where the symmetry is down through the middle of a block with 2 wheels, and then an odd symmetry section where there's the symmetry down the center of the block right there at the end of my welder, right there. And that's good. And then we've got this back section. Or sorry, that'll be the front, that'll be the back. This would be in the middle here. Excellent. Now my primary goal for today is definitely not to get all this welded up. This is gonna take me hours. Oh god, this is gonna take me hours. But it's to get this thing situated with the bison on it. Because I think that would be pretty. If I can get the bison parked up on this rover, life would be good. Excellent. Okay, so let's do the right. 5x5 right. Again, we'll reposition there. That wheel is there. The 4 blocks over to then this next set. Then there is the wheel there. That placed properly, and this one might place properly. It might need to scrape out some ground. It placed. Very nice. Okay. Okay. Let's go take a look at what it's like up top. So, on the back of this is going to be a set of hinges. I haven't used many hinges, and I really should start using hinges some more. So we are going to use them. Okay. Also, another thing I could do if I wanted to is I could bring these in a little bit. The bison absolutely needs 3 blocks. It is just barely 3 blocks wide. Like, it's just under. Like, if you put a railing there and a railing there, you could park the bison up there. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this with half blocks in here. So that way I have my 3 blocks that I'm parking, and then I just got a little bit of wiggle room. So I'm not making it too wide. Because what I could also do is we can put some blocks in between these, like this. And it gives the deck a little bit more room, which is quite nice. If the rover's going to be this wide, you might as well capitalize on that width. And if I really wanted to, I could technically make these a little bit narrower, the wheel base, by moving this into here and then having, I don't know, some kind of cover there. Maybe if I was going to do like a slope there, it would just give you that little bit of tiny extra space around the bison as you're parking it, but no extra space to walk around it. Whatever. It'll all work out. Whatever I wish to do eventually here, it will work out. But let's get some hinges down and figure it out. So, hinge. I took a piece of my, I want you there. My armor blocks. You guys, actually I want all the armor blocks, and then I'll put the hinge on at the end. There we go. Okay, hinge. Now, if I'm not mistaken, is there a way to tell which way is this thing is going to go? Because one portion of it is like rotating clockwise, like the positive rotation is in one direction and the negative rotation is in the other direction. But I can't tell from the mod version that we used to have before they had the official hinges. You could actually see a little pluses and minuses on the thing here, so you knew which way to orient your hinge before you placed it. But I, for the life of me, have no idea which way these hinges are going to rotate, which makes me sad, because I'd like for both hinges to both be going like positive up and positive down and such, so that positive to aim upwards when it's closing, and negative to lower, because then it would just be easy to coordinate them. But I guess it doesn't really matter as long as whatever I do here, I just don't rotate the hinge, right? If I just do it the same way on both, those should be okay. And we are going to go with light armor blocks here, and that is okay if it swings down. We will adapt. And now we're going to weld those together. But first we got to get these 2 hinges done. So, gotta go get the materials for those. And then we can use some very easy tricks here to get them welded up with a couple of weld pads. So let's see here. You are at plus 90 right now. And you are at plus 90 as well. Okay. So if I did negative, negative is raising it. And for you, come on. There you go. Negative is raising it as well. Okay. That's fine. I can deal with that. I want this, what is this negative going to be? This is going to be about like a negative 50 and then positive 30-ish for the ramp. Ish. Yeah, okay. Negative 50 and positive 30 should be about right. Negative 50 and then positive 30. Okay. So now what we need to do is, while this one is getting ahead of it, it'll eventually clear. Boop, and allow me to place these weld pads, which then I can get welded to to go forward again. And you can go forward even more just for the moment. Just so I can get a weld pad down on you. And hopefully I can sneak a weld on this thing. Wonderful. Excellent. Alright, so now get this thing back to 30. And then put it to like -1 RPM. And this one should be at -1 RPM as well. You can see the distance is getting closer and closer and closer and closer, and weld. And they're attached to both. And now all I have to do is access them both and then weld them up. And oh god, a storm is coming in. Do not lightning strike my rover. I'm just starting to build it. I will hate you forever. Because now we can look at both of those hinges. And they should be, yep, hinge. These two here. These will be hinge to hanger door. Hinge hanger doors. And we can reverse those. And then we can just take a look from here. And we can see that it is lowering. They're working together. Beautiful little hinges. Now we got pistons and catwalks. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do for the rest of this. Piston, piston, piston. Everything I need to build piston, very good. I also need the part on it. Piston, no, not piston, head. Piston part, but head? No. The little top part of the piston is separate and it needs to be built as well, but not showing up here. Okay. I'll just have to get it somewhere else. And then some construction components. I have 10, but I need more. So I will grab a couple hundred of them because I have tons! So great to have such resources available. Feels like I'm back playing in my other save where I've got like all the stuff. Okay. We need blast door blocks. Specifically blast door edges. I'll put away that armor now for a second. Oh, and I can actually rearrange this here. That armor, that armor, that armor, and then blast. I don't need my gun out anymore for a while. So this will be blast door edges along here, 3 of those. Because that way they will be the slightly smaller hitbox and allow them to rotate on here and not bind up. And then, was it 2 or 3? I can't remember. Oh god, the storm's coming in. I believe it was... I believe it was 2. This. And then you place a piston in here like that. So the reason why I'm doing it this way is because we're going to have this extend. And it's going to be absolutely beautiful as soon as I show it off here. This is going to be the light armor slope base, going like that. And that's going to continue along on the side of this, not on this, because we want it to be part of the movable grid. So there, and unable to place probably because the voxel's in the way, maybe. But this is okay for now. And then we're going to need the tip, and that's all because of the voxel. Okay. Yeah. Oh, damn it. I need a block to help me get up. There we go. And you two hinge parts, I would like to set you to... set you to 0 for now. So you're just pointing straight out. And I can do that on you as well. But There we go. So now it's just pointing straight up. I can build this a little bit better. And, whoop. And 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So then I just need to get up there again. God. Okay. I'm gonna build a ramp right here in the middle of this spot right here because I need to be able to get up over and over again. Otherwise, this build is gonna take forever. Bada boom, I can get up, and that'll make life easier. And that unknown signal is ridiculously close, so we will grab the scout here and go grab that in a moment. We gotta get this piston built. Excellent. So now, if I put catwalks on the top of these blocks, and then attach the catwalks to the side of the catwalks, because of the new physics systems and the fact that they slightly reduced all of the physics models for everything, I can actually, if I connect them to the catwalk by aiming here, instead of connecting it to the block by aiming here, I can have that catwalk floating above ever so slightly. So if I take this, and I believe my maximum distance was 7, and I want to send it out, I believe the 7 is correct for this design. You can see how far that will go out. Then we have a space which we can walk over and drive over and still be able to retract it. So, I think I can reverse this. We also want to make sure that when we do reverse it, these don't slide too far and cover up too much of the hinge area. So yeah, you can see how it comes right to here. So we don't want these to... we can't make it any bigger than that. But we can fill in the rest of it here, covering up this area with just regular old catwalk. And might as well cover right to the tip. That way it's all nice and uniform driving surface. And then I can no longer access that piston anymore. Wait, I can access it through here. I can aim through the block, thankfully. I can reverse it back out. And I believe I could send this to 9, couldn't I? And this would stop with these just barely covering over there. I could even, if I wanted to, make that a little bit further. If I make it 10, it is exactly at the block edge. So a little bit less at, 9.5 is probably the best. So that gives it a tiny bit of overlap. And then these hinges can now go down to their 25-ish, 30-ish degrees that they wanted to go to. And we have 20 degrees. Is that how long should we need? It's a little bit uneven because of this, the ground here, but you can always adjust that. So what we can do is we can pull this back a little bit, maybe say 8.5, and then have it come out again. And you can pull that back and increase the angle until whatever ground you're on, the thing becomes nice and flush with the ground. So, yeah, let's pull it back to what I had prior, which is 7. We'll pull it back to 7-ish. And we can take those two rotors, the hinges, the hangar door hinges, and we can break something, it seems. Break a lot of things, it seems. God damn it. God damn it. break several things, it seems. Not everything broke off, though, which is nice. So I can just plop these back on. Only because they weren't welded up. I just need to make those go slower, not so jerky. So come back to the hinges. Make those instead of we'll go -0.1. To 25. See? Oh, nice and slow. Nothing will break now. And they can just come on down to a beautiful little rest there. They want to go a bit further, so I will retract the piston a little bit. Yeah, we'll keep rotating them until that's nicely flat there. Hinge doors, let's say 27. Oh, that looks about flat. And then we'll slowly eke this thing out by slowly raising its maximum distance. Set it like 2 for now, and then we'll get in this view. And then go to the maximum distance. Oh, I can't do, too bad I can't do it from way over there. And then I can just slowly eke the maximum distance down. Fuck off. You bastards. It's doing that just because nothing here is welded up. Holy shit, that is so annoying. Oh, you bastards. Oh wait, I didn't want to build it off of those. I want to build it off of that. Very good. Interestingly, this one's not breaking. I don't know why, but it's the one that is surviving. The rest of them are exploding. Okay. Okay, fine. Can I reverse this down? And you won't explode. And you're relatively near the ground. Okay. God damn it. God damn it. This thing... I won't cut it off. Yeah, we're gonna cut this off. We need to make sure we get all of the resources out of these medium cargo containers and get them onto the base as well. Just something I must do. But now this suit energy is low. Must get into the ship. And oh, my water's low too. I'm totally not paying attention to my needs. Water. Give me water. And give me tofu. There we go. That ramp should be enough for the bison. Now the question will be, how much space does the bison need laterally? And also, while we're waiting, let's go and get that remote signal here, the unknown signal. Bring it back and salvage it for wonders. Because it is ours. And it always will be. I just need to what? Your battery's on recharge. We'll take it on to auto and switch your lock off. Now you should be accessible. Why can't I take control? Oh, is my broadcasting was off. Now I can take control. There we go. Off we go into the wild blue yonder. So that should be enough for the bison to park. But then it's going to need, because it's 3 wide and it's maybe like 5 blocks long. So on the 6th or 7th block, I think, maybe 7, because I want to have Oh, wrong button. I accidentally turned off all of my thrusters. I want to have a block or so to walk around the front of it in case I need to do any maintenance on it. We're going to have a little 1x1x1 piston, although I need to add that mod, don't I? The more pistons mod, so that I can adjust its height to depending on exactly what the Bison will need. And there'll be a connector there. And then that will be the main way that the Bison parks and plugs in. So it'll back into the back of this giant rover. Slow down. Slow down. Burr. Burr. And just drop it there. Come on back down. Oh, don't landing gear there. I want to park you. Park. There you go. Good little rover. Or scout drone thing. Push you over. Give me my unknown signal, damn it. And also, I'll take your synth food and your little bit of tomatoes that you got. Special content. Boots. Ow. I am far too energetic and just absolutely yeeting myself off places here. It will come back to haunt me and I'll break my bones a few too many times doing this. Okay. So this, all the way down to here, is my ramp. And it won't be as explodey once I get it freaking built, which will take me a while. But then after it's done, then I'd access the hinges and reverse them. And I'd access the piston and reverse it. And these would reverse back to here. And the whole thing would go up into its parking position. Although it would go up a little bit faster. But we can change that right here. Hinge door go 0.5. There we go. So Bison is 5 long. So starting from here, we want a block to be able to walk around the front of the Bison. Then there would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the back of the Bison right here. Then there will be a block where the connector will be, and then there will be a block where the piston will be that will be adjusting the height of that connector. I'll need to add that mod in, and then there will be the wall. Okay, so that's how big the cargo hold of this thing will be. It's essentially the entire back wheel section. But once you get into the middle section here, this is all going to be something else. Okay. Oh, God, this door is awesome. So I'm just going to mock this up real quick here. So there's going to be a connector there, wall here, and probably a door here. Sliding door? Probably. Door there, exiting out this way. I don't need a door on both sides. I can just have a door on one side of the garage. Don't lightning strike my shit. Go away, damn sandstorms. So then in the middle of the ship, I'm thinking is going to be processing, resources, the engineering bay, essentially. Now, where these wheels are attached, the undercarriage is going to essentially be where all my batteries are going to be stored. They're going to be part of the undercarriage in that sense. So, if I can show that off here. Between these two, I'm thinking I'm just going to fill this in like that. And then there's going to be some armor shaping going forward and backwards. Because if I run over anything that's like this tall, like, I'm pretty already gonna be high centering my rover anyway. So I don't know. I could just have a little bit of shaped armor here and have the middle go up and then back down again, so some more shaped armor. But I kind of feel like having these gaps across, because then I can do something like this, which is the exact same as it is on the Bison, by having these like this and having that sort of shape to it. But especially if I do that shape, what it allows me to do, it gives me a tiny bit of extra space in the undercarriage there. For example, right here, these blocks could effectively be cut out and then replaced with a functional block. So I could theoretically have the floor of my garage here, where there's just going to be a connector and a piston anyway. It could be battery. Or if I do that for this section, these two lines right here could be all of my batteries right here. So I'm thinking I'm just going to sink the batteries into the floor. I don't really need to worry about where I'm going to put those. The main thing I need to worry about is where I'm going to put things like my large cargo container and like a refinery. It's, well, excuse me, and stuff like that. Okay. I think in the overall design, I'm going to want tanks. For my hydrogen tanks, they are going to go, if I put some walls up here, just to get started, get myself framing out this room. At the beginning, this rover is going to essentially look like a bathtub when I drive away with it, because I'm not going to get everything done until I hit the road. It's going to be a minimal viable product, essentially drivable and survivable, and then I'm going to build the rest of it as I drive. But this is essentially the cargo, like the cargo hold for the Bison. Come through here. Maybe this is one further back, I don't know. I'm thinking that up here is going to be where the gas cans are. We're essentially going to have... Oh, can I get up on this? Yes, I can. And then hop to here. And then one out from here, I think. Yeah. What if I went one further out with all my stuff as I fall out of the thing and make some weird noises? Yeah. Gotcha. So if I went one further out here, I could do a gas can there. And then that gives me some nice even symmetry to put another one on there. Because if you look at these from a distance, they'll meet at this even symmetry between these two tires, and that'll look good. I like it when I get some nice even symmetry going on. Very nice. And then we can run some piping from those. The piping from this will come up in this block, which then can run straight over here to connect into those. Excellent. So the piping for this, this little piston. Oh god, I gotta get up on top of things here. The annoyance of not having jetpack, man, it is really catching up to me some of these times. The little piston will be attached there. So right there will be a connector, then the little piston below it, and then... No, wait. Connector will be one higher than that. Because the little piston will want to be partially extended because it needs to be halfway between these because this is a little too low for the bison. Okay, that's it. I'm remembering things. I know what I'm talking about. Can I jump in place? Jump in place. There we go. So then conveyor. If I even have any interior plates to place those, and I don't, but a conveyor will be right there. And I believe that is what, 1, 2, 3 up. 1, 2, 3. Ah, no, it'll be one higher than these. So yeah, I'd have to conveyor from there and then drop it down and then bring it over to these. Okay, there's just some piping that needs to be done. But that is the idea of what I'm going to do here. Now, I'm going to need to build for a long time here, and I just fell off again because I'm horrible at life. And there's a lot of little things that I will have to build up. So a lot of that stuff's going to be done off camera here. Well, not off camera. On stream! What am I talking about? So hopefully you will come out and see the stream. We will just spend several hours building and getting this thing all set up and wonderful so that it is ready to go. And like I said, minimally viable product. There is just going to be a seat at the front of this, and that's it to start. I'm not going to build a special cockpit or anything at first. As soon as this thing has power and hydrogen systems, it's good to go. I don't even care about production yet because I'll have the Bison parked. I can always just use the Bison systems for a while to essentially use the Bison as one giant battery. Then like build this giant rover up as needed as the series goes on. But that is going to be it for now. We've got the initial mock-up of what we're going to do, and these storms scare me as I don't want lightning strikes to hit this thing. So I'm going to head out now and keep on building. So come on out to the stream. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and good hunting out there, fellow space engineers.